Let me present you Li. He's a Chinese farmer's boy and he got an idea. As many of his friends, he wants to move to the city in search for a job. Once arrived, his excitement flattens. Flats are very expensive, too expensive for migrants from the countryside. What should he do? Move to a hovel or move back to the countryside? No option seems to be the good one. While thinking about his situation, somebody asks him, "Have you heard about pop-up flats?" In China alone, in the next 20 years, 400 million people are expected to move to cities. This does not just apply to China, but is a major trend in all developing countries. Traditional housing is too expensive and takes just too much time to build. Studies have also shown that living in concrete foundations reduces the risk of infections by 75% and the risk of diarrhea by 50%. All pop-up flats are affordable and fast to build. So what is it about? It is a combination of a matchbox, cargo containers and a fold-out interior. And this is how it works. At the building site, the prefabricated interior is folded out and slid inside the container as a box of matches is closed. A forklifter can assist the process. Depending on the available space, different designs exist, as the simplest, where the pop-up flats are standing alone, or the tower, where the flats are piled, which could alternatively look like this if you want to be more space efficient. Regarding our key activities, we are developing the fold-out interiors, licensing their building, and supporting our clients in the building process by providing them with virtual reality training. We need 2 Chinese key partners. A Chinese businessman, knowing the local rules and values, that has good ties to the government and construction promoters, and a construction facility owner to which we can license our product and who is able to quickly scale up the production of our product. And we need those key partners as we plan on selling our interiors primarily to the government and to developers, as they have the possibility to implement our project on a large scale. As for an IKEA product, they receive our package, and with the instructions we provide, they can start building the pop-up flats without any help. We ship our fold-out interiors to the city in question, and constructors buy their containers locally. We suggest buyers to build their pop-up flats at city borders, since parcels are cheaper there. As the city is growing and parcels prices are increasing, the pop-up flats can be easily moved to other locations due to their container characteristics. But what about the ecological footprint of our pop-up flats? First, recycled containers can be used. Next, we use recycled materials for the building of the interiors. And the fact that the pop-up flats can be moved leaves a smaller ecological footprint than removing concrete buildings. But the competition is not to be neglected. K-Home is doing prefabricated houses using containers, Kilk is using the IKEA way of shipping as well, and CS Modular does a similar product. Furthermore, there is a risk of being copied in China, as intellectual property rights don't guarantee a high level of protection. The risk of being accused of corruption, even without our wrongdoing, should also not be neglected. In the end, the corruption and the competition were the main reasons why we decided not to pursue our idea. The trend of container flats started already years ago. We are of the opinion that our competitive advantage is not large enough to be successful at this time in this kind of business. This was our pop-up flat project. Over and out from Group 6. Thank you for your attention.
Created using Powtoon.